What's going on, y'all? It's TKJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. I know your boy's been gone for like the past week. I apologize. To be honest with you, man, I've just been so busy with work that whenever I come home, the last thing I want to do is work on a video. But I'm trying to get back on my grind, so I really do appreciate y'all's patience. And man, we're coming back with a banger. An absolute blockbuster trade just happened. The Portland Trail Blazers have sent Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks in a 3-team deal that also includes the Phoenix Suns. We'll get into all the details of the trade here in a second, but you guys know what I'm here to do, man. I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Milwaukee Bucks. The goal is to win a championship within the first 3 seasons. If I can't do it during that time, then the video won't end until eventually I do. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, and without any further ado, it's time to get into this video.
Let's get it.
Hi, man. So let's go and break down the trade real quick. The Milwaukee Bucks are getting Damian Lillard. The Blazers are going to get Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tamani Kamara, a 2029 first round pick that is from the Milwaukee Bucks, which actually I can't include in this deal yet. It's not available on 2K yet, but I'll make sure to do that off camera. And then they're also getting 2028 first round pick swap, which again, I can't include in the game here. But yeah, like I said, it is also a 3-team deal. So the Suns are going to get Yusuf Nurkic, Nazir Little, Keon Johnson, who if you'll notice isn't in this trade here because I did go in and just cut him. They got way too many players on their team. I think he is someone who will get cut. So that's why I did that. So it's a lot to unpack, man. My first thought is that I got to give credit to the Bucks here. Giannis has said multiple times this offseason that he is willing to leave this team if they don't build a championship squad around him. I mean, getting Damian Lillard, talk about a statement. You know, it's always hard to keep stars when you are a small market, but you got to give them credit because they're doing whatever they can to make sure that Giannis is a Milwaukee lifer. So shout out to him for that. Then when you take a look at the Blazers, man, I like this trade package a lot more than anything they could have gotten from the Heat. They got DeAndre Ayton, their center of the future. They got Drew Holiday, who you got to imagine they will flip pretty quickly here. And then they already got some draft capital plus whatever they get for Drew Holiday. That's a pretty good return for Damian Lillard, man. I'm not mad at it. And then for the Suns, man, I think it honestly is just addition through subtraction. They definitely lost his trade in terms of talent, you know, getting rid of DeAndre Ayton, but obviously things weren't working out. He needed a change in scenery. So now you're bringing in Yusuf Nurkic, who before he was injured was actually a really good defender. Maybe you can get back to that. I'm not too sure. But either way, he's not going to need the ball nearly as much as DeAndre Ayton will. So I think it is a pretty decent fit. And then you're also getting deeper. You're getting Grayson Allen, a good defending wing player. And then you're also getting Nazir Little, which isn't too bad because it is a really old team. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of youth. So overall, I think this trade works out for all 3 teams, man. But of course, I'm only here for the Bucks right now. Let's go ahead and get started with our rotation breakdown. But actually, I got a move I want to make real quick. And that's signing campaign to a 1-year, $4 million deal. This team needs a backup point guard. The Spurs waived them so he can go play for a competitor. I mean, it doesn't get more competitive than the Bucks right now. So let's see if he will say yes to this deal. And he will. There we go. But now that we got that done, let's take a look at the rotation. At the one we got Damian Lillard, man, the big addition here, like we mentioned. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty crazy seeing him on the Bucks here. But what a game changer, man. 32 points per game last season, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, shot 37% from deep. Obviously, it's unfortunate that they had to trade Drew Holiday here. They're definitely gonna miss his defense, especially out on the perimeter. But man, now you bring Damian Lillard. I mean, the floor spacing is gonna be elite. The pick and roll is gonna be elite. Like, this offense is gonna be super scary. And they still got a lot of defenders, so I'm really not worried about that. The one concern is that Dame is already 33 years old. He's got 4 years left on his contract. He's going to be making 63 M's by the time he's 36 years old, man. That's insane, but it is what it is. Like I said earlier, if you're the Bucks, a small-time market, you got to do what you got to do to retain a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo. This trade is a major dub for them, man. There's no way around it. Then in the 2, we got Chris Middleton, normally like a small forward, but I am going to make him a shooting guard here because that's the position that we need. And speaking of needs, man, we need Chris Middleton to bounce back this season. He was dealing with an injury last year, and it definitely did show. Only 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, shot 32% from deep, which is really rough for him. The good news is that he's healthy and ready to go, so I think he is going to be much better this year. And there also won't be as much pressure on him offensively. Bro doesn't have to be the second scoring option anymore. We got Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo. If he can just be our 3rd scoring option and a really good perimeter defender, then honestly, I'll take that. Then in the 3, we got Jay Crowder. Now, he actually came over from the Phoenix Suns last season, and he kind of fell out of the rotation in the postseason, but still, I think it's going to be needed a lot more this year, especially since we are kind of short on wing depth right now. He's on a 1-year deal, 1.99 M's, also 33 years old, 76 overall. He's definitely not a long-term solution, but for this year, man, I just need someone to play defense, knock down the occasional 3. He should be pretty solid for us. Then in the 4, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. Like I said, he made it pretty clear this offseason if the Bucks don't give me a competitive team, then I might go somewhere else. But now he's got Damian Lillard, and he's also on the contract for the next 2 seasons. Player option on that 3rd year. It goes without saying, man, he's going to be safe for this entire video. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure he stays on this team. And the last guy in our starting lineup is Brook Lopez, 35 years old. I'm sure you guys see the trend right now. It's a very old Milwaukee Bucks team. But to be fair, that didn't slow down Brook Lopez last season. He actually had his best year as a Buck. 16 points per game, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 blocks around here. He shot 37% from deep. He was an elite defender. I've said it a bunch of times, but I think he is the perfect center to pair up with Giannis because he can space the floor so that way Giannis can go to work down low. And on defense, he takes off a lot of that defense pressure as well. So I definitely do like me some Brook Lopez. Like I said, though, he is 35 years old, 84 overall, 2 more years left on his deal. I'm going to try to keep him around for as long as I can, man, but it's going to come down to his regression. How long can he be our starting center? I'm not too sure. We'll just see how that plays out. Let's take a look at the bench now. We got Bobby Portis Portis Jr. He's an energy guy, a big man who can space the floor, 14 points a game last season, 10 rebounds, and also shot 37% from deep. This Bucks team doesn't have a lot of depth right now, especially after that trade, but we got Bobby Portis Jr., so that's good. And what's also great is that he's on a great deal, about 12 M's this season, 13 the year after that, and then about 13.5 in 2025 by the time he's 30. Obviously, we are an expensive team, so I definitely love a budget deal, and that's a pretty good one. Then we got our newest addition, which is Campaign, also on a budget deal, just a $4 million contract. He wanted to be on a competitive team. We needed a backup point guard. He'll be solid for us, man. 10 points a game last season, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, shot 37% from deep. I think at some point I do want to get like a defensive guard off the bench because we really don't have that right now. But hey, man, at least for year one, I can't be too picky. Campaign is solid and he's cheap, so I'll definitely take that. We also got Pat Connaughton. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know he was 30 years old. I know he's been around for a little bit, but I thought he was like maybe 27, 28. I'm not too sure. Either way, he's a 75 overall, and honestly, I don't really think the fit is too good here. What I really want off the bench is a backup wing with good size and can defend. And no disrespect, but Pat Connaughton doesn't really fit that mold. He's 6'5", B- perimeter defense. I just don't love it, to be honest with you. But he does have a decent sized contract. It's 3 more years left on his deal, 9.42 M's per season. If we need to make a move, we might use him as salary filler. I'm not gonna lie. Then we also got Malik Beasley, just signed on a 1-year veteran minimum contract. He bounced around last season. He was on the Jazz, he was on the Lakers, and while it normally is a spark plug off the bench, he just wasn't really efficient. 40% shooting from the floor, 36% from deep. I'm hoping to change the scenery can help him, man, because we really do need that spark plug off the bench. Maybe that's him. That would be ideal. But if he's not, we might have to find that somewhere else. And the last guy in our 10-man rotation is Robin Lopez, 35 years old. Didn't really do a whole lot with Cleveland last year. Hey, man, if you guys can't tell, I'm pretty desperate with this bench. I'll take anything that I can get at this point. We definitely got a lot of work to do, that's for sure. But anyways, let's take a look at some guys outside the rotation. We got Marjon Beauchamp, 23 years old, 24th overall pick in 2022. I'm really hoping he can develop for us, man, because right now we don't have a lot of young talent. Obviously, right now we're trying to compete for a championship, but at some point we got to think about our future. So hopefully he can be a part of that. And the same goes to Ty Washington. He bounced around this offseason. He got traded from the Rockets. He got waived by the Thunder. Now he's here in Milwaukee, and maybe there is some potential. 21 years old, 29th overall pick in 2022. Only a 72 overall, but maybe he'll turn into something for us. That would be a nice bonus. Then we got the Nasas on Antetokounmpo. Not a whole lot needs to be said here. He's 31 years old, 72 overall. Pretty much just on the team because of his brother. Let's just be honest. So yeah, we can keep this moving. Then we got AJ Green. Now he's 24 years old, undrafted guy. 71 overall. He is a really good 3-point shooter, so that's something. But honestly, he's not really a part of my future plans. And then we got some more young guys on the bench. Andre Jackson Jr., 21 years old. 2nd round pick in this past year's draft. He's a really good athlete, a good passer, not much of a shooter. If he can start knocking down some shots and progressing, then maybe he'll carve out a role. But honestly, I'm not getting my hopes up. The same goes for Chris Livingston. He was also a 2nd round pick in this past year's draft. He's a really physical guy who rebounded well in college, but he did play a lot of small ball forward, and he's only 6'6". I don't really see that transferring well to the NBA, to be honest with you. So again, I'm not expecting a whole lot. And then finally, we got Lindell Wigginton, 25 years old, undrafted guy, 70 overall. Again, just not really a part of my future plans. But speaking of future plans, let's go to take a look at my 3-year game plan starting off in season 1. We already got started on it, but pretty much I just want to get some more depth off the bench. Campaign was definitely a nice start, but we are going to sim to the trade deadline and see if there's anyone else we can get, because yeah, man, this bench needs a lot of work. Then for season 2, I want to assess my center situation. Like I said, I love Brook Lopez, but he is getting up there in age. So how long will he be our starting center in the future? I really got to decide on that. Maybe I'll make a trade for another center, maybe I won't. I'm not too sure. It's really going to come down to how much Brook Lopez regresses. And then for season 3, man, it's pretty simple. Buy if necessary. Obviously, we're trying to win a championship right away, but if for some reason we haven't done it within the first 2 seasons, best believe I'm going to do whatever I can to make it happen in the 3rd year. But that's a look at the 3-year game plan. Let's not waste any more time. Let's into this trade deadline and see what this team's looking like. Hi man, so we're here to trade deadline, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed. We're 33-18, 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. It looks like we're behind the Philadelphia 76ers, who haven't traded James Harden yet. And funny enough, we're also behind the Miami Heat. They said we don't need Damian Lillard. They went out and got Clint Capella instead, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, man, we're 4.5 games back. Same record as the New York Knicks as well. I definitely think our bench is holding us back, so let me look around for some trades. So here's what I'm thinking, man. I'm trying to send Pat Connaughton, Marjon Beauchamp, and 2 2nd-round picks in 2024 and 2027 to the Chicago Bulls for Alex Caruso and Torrey Craig. I hate to give a Marjon Beauchamp, man, but when you look at our bench, the 2 things I really want are a backup guard who can defend and a backup small forward with good size who can also defend. This trade gives us both of that, man. I think Alex Caruso will be really nice for us. He's a lockdown defender at the 2 spot, and then we're also getting Torrey Craig. He's 6'7". He should go up a little bit when I make him a small forward, and he's just a good defender who can also knock down the 3 ball. 38% shooting from deep. We'll definitely take that. And if you're the Bulls, man, it's time to hit the reset button. You're getting a young player in Marjon Beauchamp and 2 2nd-round picks. This trade looks pretty good to me. Will they say yes to this? And they will. There we go. And that's the team, man. We got Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, Jay Crowder, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez. Same starting 5, but now at the bench you got Bobby Portis Jr., Alex Caruso, Campaign, Malik Beasley, and Torrey Craig. I definitely feel a lot better about this 2nd unit. Is that enough to win a championship though? That's the big question. Let's get back to simming here and find out. Hey, no, never mind, man. Before we get into that, Giannis is ready to resign despite having 2 more years left on his deal. Say less. Let's get this thing done. 42.47 M's for 2 years. That's the most that I can give him here. Will he say yes to this? And he will. There we go. But anyways, now that we got that done, let's finally get back to simming. So the boys are hooping after that trade, man. We went 57 and 25. We'll take that. Ja Morant MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this here. Do we have anything that concerns us? We got Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year. That's pretty cool. And it looks like that's it for us. But okay. What about the All-NBA teams? Giannis Antetokounmpo, All-NBA first team, as you would expect. Let's see. We also got Giannis, all defensive first team, of course. And I think that's it for us. So let's keep it moving. So we're the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. So Giannis led the way for us. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Round up around here. And he shot, what is it, 33% from deep? That's not too bad for Giannis. It's a good thing we got Damian Lillard, man. 45% shooting from deep. That's insane. Chris Middleton, 39. That's good too. We also got Bobby Portis, 42. We got Campaign, 36. We got Malik Beasley, 40. We got Jay Crowder, 41. We got some 3-point shooting, man. I'm definitely glad to see that. But let's take a look at the rest of the stats here. So Dame averaged 25 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Then we got Chris Middleton, 17 points. It's not a crazy increase from last season, but he is our 3rd scoring option now. So it is what it is. He also averaged 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Let's see what else we got here. We got Brook Lopez, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. That's nice. Bobby Portis Jr. off the bench, 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. Let's see what else we got here. We also got Campaign, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Overall, not too bad. Make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of the stats. But let's get into this playoff run and try to win a championship. Who are we going to face in the first round? It's going to be the Boston Celtics. Are you kidding me? Why were they in the play-in, man? That's insane. But yeah, there's no reason why this should be a play-in team, bro. Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Robert Williams III. I'm guessing with Kristaps Porzingis off the bench. I don't know what's going on there, but that's an insane team for a playoff squad, bro. I cannot believe this. I'm not even going to risk it here. Let me mess around with this rotation real quick, as we are going to make this a 9-man, because we definitely have to if we want to win this thing. This looks pretty good to me. I gave some more minutes to the starters, and not so much for the bench. I took Torrey Craig out of it to make it a 9-man. So let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. We're going up against the Boston Celtics in the first round. That still sounds pretty crazy to me. And we're down 2-0. Come on, bro. Not like this. As okay, it's 2-2. That's good. 3-2 us. Can we get out of this? And we can. Okay, so now we're in the second round going up against the Cavs. Let's go ahead and take a look at the matchup here, as it looks like they got Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Same starting 5 in real life, depending on who you ask. I'd rather have Max Strus at the 3, honestly. But either way, this is a really good team, especially in 2K Sim. 2K23, they were OP. Is that the case in 2K24? I'm not sure, as it's 1-1. We are up 2-1. That's good. 3-1. Can we close this thing out? Yes, we can. Okay, so we're here in the conference finals. We're going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's take a look at the matchup here, as they still got James Harden. They got Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker, and Joel Embiid. Same starting 5 in real life. This is a team that has done really well in 2K24 Sim. That's what I've been noticing lately. So let's go ahead and get into it, as we are up 2-0. That's good. 3-0, guys. Bro, no shot. We're here in the NBA Finals and we're dominating so far, boys. But now we got to go up against the defending champs, the Denver Nuggets. I feel like we never see them reach the finals in 2K Sim, so that's pretty cool. I guess it's realistic. But anyways, taking a look at the matchup, they got the same starting 5. Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. This is going to be tough, man. But like I said, I feel like they don't normally do too well in 2K Sim, so I kind of like our chances, man. But let's go ahead and get into this, as we are going to take this game by game. We do win game 1. We're up 2-0 now. Let's see. It is 2-1 us. 3-1. Can we close this thing out? And no, we cannot. Let's see. Can we get it now? Yes, we can. The Milwaukee Bucks have won a championship in year 1. And no surprise here, Giannis Antetokounmpo led the way. Finals MVP, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. That's a pretty crazy stat line, man. Shout out to him. So Giannis led the way in the closeout game, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. Dame did his thing too, man. 26 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. What about his playoff stats? I mean, it's about what you would expect. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal. Also shot 43% from deep. Campaign looked really solid for us. I mean, 12 points, 4 rebounds, and only 16 minutes. I definitely think that was a nice addition. I mean, Alex Caruso, bro, 5 steals. That's pretty insane. I'm glad we added him as well. We're definitely off to a good start, man. 1 year down, 1 championship. We got 2 more years to go, so let's keep this thing moving. All right, man, so I skipped the draft because they had pick number 30 and it went to the New Orleans Pelicans. Now I'm here in free agency and I got to bring some guys back, but Jay Crowder is not going to be one of them. He's expecting like 8 mil, bro. I just can't do it. Even like this is like the most money I can give him. So yeah, that's not going to happen. It is what it is. I'm going to try to bring in Alec Burks though on a 1 year veteran minimum. We need some scoring punch off the bench. Now he is 32 years old, 72 overall. He probably will regress. I feel like I've said this 1,000 times though, man. I'm not too picky at this point. So let's go to make this thing happen. And he says yes, cool. I've also got to bring back Campaign. I'm going to try a 2-year deal, 4.5 M's per season. Will he say yes, it is? And he will, cool. And I'll take Josh Richardson too, man. A 1 year veteran minimum. Will he say yes, it is? He will, great. So now we're here player progression, and no surprise, we do have a lot of red arrows. Giannis stayed put, that's good. But Dame went down 1 to a 93. Chris Middleton down 1 to a 94. Bobby Portis did go up 1 to an 83. That's good, I guess. But yeah, man, it's a lot of red arrows here. Brook Lopez down 2 2 to an 82. Alex Caruso down 1 to a 77. We got Josh Richardson going up 1 to a 76. That's pretty surprising. But yeah, Torrey Craig down 2 to a 73. We definitely need to replace him. I guess we do have some green arrows with our younger guys. AJ Green up 1 to a 72. Ty Washington up 3 to a 75. That's a nice development. We also got Andre Jackson up 1 to a 71. Chris Livingston up 1 to a 70. Yeah, man, it's an older team. We already knew that going into this. But let's move on to season 2 and try to find a way to compete for another title. Taking a look at the team for year 2, we got Damian Lillard, Alex Caruso now starting for us. We're just going to move Chris Middleton back to the 3. Honestly, I think it works just fine. Then we got Giannis Antetokounmpo and Brook Lopez. Also at the bench, we got Bobby Portis Jr. We got Cam Payne. We got Alec Burks now, Josh Richardson, and Torrey Craig, who's only a 73 overall. I definitely do need to upgrade him. So I'm going to try to get Royce O'Neal. He's still a free agent. Let's try a 1 year, $4.5 million deal. And he says yes, great. So that looks a lot better. I feel pretty good about our second unit now. Is this team good enough to win a championship though? That's the big question. Let's send to the trade deadline and see what it's looking like. So I'm not gonna lie, man, I don't really know what's going on, but we're here to trade deadline and we're 25 and 25, 8 seed in the Eastern Conference. Something's got to change here, that's for sure. I think it's time to trade Brook Lopez, man. Bobby Portis Jr. looks a lot better at this point, and yeah, the efficiency is just really bad for Brook. Not even shooting the 3-ball well either. He's got 1 more year left on his deal, 23 M, so we can definitely use that as salary filler for a trade. So let's look around and see what's out there, because like I said, we got to do something, that's for sure. Alright, man, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure if I want to do this trade. I'm thinking about sending Brook Lopez and Andre Jackson Jr. to the Dallas Mavericks with Tim Hardaway Jr., Rashawn Holmes, and a 2025 first round pick. The Mavs are looking to compete right now. They still got Luka, they still got Kyrie Irving, and they need a starting center because I mean Derek Lively's nice, but he still has a ways to go, only a 75 overall. I think they would want to take a chance on Brook Lopez. And we're also getting Tim Hardaway Jr., a 3-point shooting wing. We don't really have that. We're also getting a first round pick, which we definitely don't have much of those. So that's what I'm thinking, man. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty tempting, but the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to keep Brook Lopez. For all the reasons that I said earlier, I think he is a perfect fit on this team. Maybe not as a starter anymore at this point in his career, but maybe all we have to do is start Bobby Portis Jr., you know? Is that enough to turn things around? Honestly, I don't really know. You guys let me know in the comment section down below if you think I should have done this deal, but I think I'm gonna pass up on it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm making a mistake here, but it is what it is. I'm gonna keep Brook Lopez. I'm gonna start Bobby Portis now, and I also forgot to mess around with some shot tendencies. I think Caruso is at like a 40 and Alec Burks is at like a 50, something like that. So I did go ahead and boost these off camera. Is all of that enough to compete for a championship? I'm not too sure, but I'm keeping my faith in this team, man. Let's go to sim this season and see how it plays out. Alright, so your boy messed up. I definitely should have made a trade. We went 41 and 41, man. Honestly, I did not think we'd be this bad this year, but I guess it is what it is. Luka Doncic's MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this year. Do we have anything that concerns us? No, we don't, as you would imagine. What about the All-NBA teams? We got Giannis All-NBA first team. Do we have anything else here? Giannis all defensive first team, and it looks like that's it for us. So we're in the play-in as the 8th seed, man. This is so crazy to me. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. So Dame led the way for us, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Round up round here, and he shot 45% from deep. Giannis went down to a 28. It is what it is. Chris Middleton 37. That's nice. Alec Burks 37. We don't have nearly as much 3-point shooting. That's really what I'm seeing here. Like Josh Richardson 43. That's good. But yeah, not a lot, bro. Royce O'Neal 35. It's pretty rough out here. I probably could have used like a Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm really regretting not doing that deal, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Giannis 23 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. We also got Chris Middleton 16 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Let's see, Bobby Portis Jr. 11 points, nothing too crazy there, but also 8 rebounds and 1 assist. And he pretty much rated the same stats as a starter. Let's take a look at the 3-point shot. 28%. Bobby, not like this, bro. We got to get some more 3-point shooting next season, man. That's for sure. But anyways, let's take a look at the rest of this. Brook Lopez 9 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and also 2 blocks. Alec Burks 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And then we got Cam Payne 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Yeah, man, make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of this. I guess let's get into this play-in matchup. So we're going up against the Detroit Pistons. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, as they got Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Bojan Bogdanovic, Marvin Bagley III, and also Nicholas Claxton now, which is pretty crazy. Don't know what happened to Jalen Duren or James Wiseman, but either way, I definitely got to shorten the rotation here. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. This looks pretty good to me, man. I gave 4 minutes to my big 3, Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I did make it a 9-man, taking out Royce O'Neal. Is that enough to make it out of this thing and just make it into the playoffs, which is pretty crazy? Let's go ahead and find out. And we do make it. Okay, so we're here as the 7th seed, the opposite of last year. We were the 2 seed that time, and we're going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's take a look at the matchup real quick, as they do not have James Harden anymore. That's very interesting. They got John Vidal instead. Don't know who that is. They still have Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Paul Reed, and Joel Embiid, but this team looks a little bit more beatable. So let's go ahead and get into it, as we're going to take this game by game. We do win game 1. We win game 2. Bro, I was going to say we're not going to sweep them. But it's 3-0 us, and we do advance with the gentleman sweep. That's pretty crazy. Honestly, we got a little bit lucky with that matchup. Like I said, no James Harden. That was a very beatable team for a 2nd seed. But anyways, now we're moving on to the 2nd round, and we're going up against the New York Knicks. Let's take a look at the matchup. They got Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. I'm not gonna lie, man, I feel like this is also a pretty winnable series here. So let's go and take this game by game as they do win game 1. They're up 2-0 now. Let's see. Okay, 2-1. That's solid. 2-2. Okay, way to bounce back there, boys. Down 3-2. Can we force the game 7? And we can. Let's go ahead and go Simcast here and see if we can advance to the conference finals. That would be pretty crazy. So let's get this thing going, man. We are going to be on the road here as, let's see. We do lose the 1st quarter. That's pretty tough. But we win the 2nd quarter. We still got some time here. We're hanging around. Can we make a run? Yes, we can. We do have the lead here about midway through the 4th quarter. Let's see. Can we close this thing out? It's looking like we can, man. The Milwaukee Bucks are advancing to the conference finals as a 7th seed. What a run. So now we're going up against the Boston Celtics. Let's take a look at the matchup real quick as they got Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis now, and Robert Williams III. Man, I think our luck is about to run out because this is a really good team. They're actually starting Kristaps now. So they win game 1. That makes sense. It's 1-1 now. Let's see. 2-1 them. 3-1. Yep. Do I even want to mess around with this? Like, I think I did everything I can, man. I did give a little bit more minutes to my big 3 though, just bumping them up a bit. So is that enough to make it out of this thing? I highly doubt it. And yeah, we lost in 5 games. It is what it is, man. We made a much better run than I thought we would there. So it's going to be the Thunder and the Celtics. Let's go ahead and sim this whole thing. And it's going to be the Thunder winning it all. Josh Giddey Finals MVP. Shout out to him. So we don't have our own pick in the draft. Once again, it's number 16 going to the Pelicans. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. Now we're here team/player options where Chris Middleton has declined his. Same for Bobby Portis Jr. We might be able to save a little bit of money with Middleton. I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and check that out. So here's what I'm thinking for Chris Middleton. 29 M's, 2 seasons. Will he say yes to this? And he will. Cool. I'm also going to re-sign Bobby Portis on a nice little pay raise. 20.5 M's, 2 years. Will he say yes to this? And he will. Great. Next up, I'm going to re-sign Brook Lopez, 14.75 M's, 1 year. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm pretty much just gonna trade him right away. So let's go ahead and do this deal. And he says yes. Now we're gonna re-sign Caruso, 1 year, 5 M's. He'll also say yes to that. Now I need a bucket getter off the bench. I'm gonna sign Karis LeVert with my mid-level exception, 4.25 M's, 1 year. Will he say yes to this? And he will. Cool. And then finally, I don't have the money to re-sign Josh Richardson, so I need a 3-and-D wing player. I'm gonna sign Taurean Prince on a 1 year veteran minimum. And he says yes. There we go. So now we're here player progression, and it's getting pretty bad, bro. Giannis stay put at a 96. That's good, but we got a lot of red arrows here. Damian Lillard down 3 to a 90. That's tough. Brook Lopez down 2 to an 80. We got Taurean Prince down 1 to a 75. Alex Caruso, bro, down 3 to a 74. So we definitely need a new starting shooting guard now. We do have some young guys here. I mean, AJ Green up 1 to a 73. Andre Jackson up 1 to a 72. Chris Livingston up 1 to a 71. But it's nothing crazy, man. This team is old and we got a lot of work to do, that's for sure. But let's go to season 3 and try to end this thing in one more championship run. So here's what I'm thinking, man. I'm trying to send Brook Lopez and a 2029 second round pick to the Sacramento Kings for Bruce Brown. They're pretty set when it comes to shooting guards. They got Kevin Huerter, they got Chris Duarte. What they really need is a backup center. So I think Brook Lopez would be nice here. And for us, I think Bruce Brown would be a really nice starting shooting guard for us. Pretty much for all the same reasons that we got Caruso a couple years back. I want to pair Dame up with somebody who can actually defend in the backcourt. So I think Bruce Brown would be nice here. So I think this trade works out for both teams, man. Let's go and see if they will say yes to this. They're saying though they want another second round pick. They'll give me a second rounder. That's totally fine. Let's do that deal. Brook Lopez, thank you for your service. And I'm also trying to sign Alex Caruso and a second round pick in 2027 to the Memphis Grizzlies for Mo Wagner. They got a lot of centers, man. Ivica Zubac, Christian Wood, also Jock Landale. So they're pretty much getting rid of someone outside the rotation for a second round pick. And for us, he's going to be our backup center. So let's see if they will say yes to this deal. They're saying no, they want Chris Livingston. They'll give me Vince Williams Jr. Sure, man, why not? Done deal. And that's the team for year 3, man. We got Damian Lillard, Bruce Brown, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Bobby Portis Jr. Honestly, I really like that starting 5, and off the bench we look pretty decent too. We got Karis LeVert now, we got Cam Payne, Royce O'Neal, Mo Wagner, and also Taurean Prince. I mean, for a team that doesn't have any first round picks to trade, I feel like I did a pretty decent job here. But is it good enough to win a championship? That's the big question. So let's end this season to see how it plays out. Alright, man, so we finished 47-35 this season, a little bit better than last year, but honestly still pretty disappointing. It is what it is at this point. Anyways, look at Doncic's MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this here, as we do got Giannis Defensive Player of the Year. I guess that's a good sign. And let's see, we don't have anything else, but that's fine. What about the All-NBA teams? Let's take a look at this here, as we got Giannis All-NBA second team this time around, and let's see, also all defensive first team as you would expect, and it looks like that's it for us. Okay, so we're the number 4 seed this time around, definitely better than last year, so I guess I'll take it. Let's go ahead and check out the stats now. So Giannis led the way for us, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and let's see, 32% shooting from deep. What else do we got here? We got Dame 41%, that's nice. Chris Middleton 37. We got Karis LeVert 43. We got enough 3-point shooting here. Campaign 37. Also Mo Wagner 37. Royce O'Neal 38. Yeah, man, we got some shooters here. Torian Prince 39. That's good too. We'll definitely take that. Let's check out the rest of the stats. Damian Lillard 20 points. That's pretty solid. 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. We got Chris Middleton 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Let's see, Bobby Portis Jr., first year as a full starter, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, and also 1 steal. And then Bruce Brown, man, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. He did a little bit of everything, so that's good. And then our spark plug off the bench was Karis LeVert, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of the stats, but let's not waste any more time, man. Let's get into this playoff run. So we're going up against the Indiana Pacers in the first round. Let's go ahead and take a look at this matchup, as it looks like they got Tyrese Halliburton, Benedict Mathurin, Kawhi Leonard now, which is pretty crazy. Then they got Jarris Walker and Miles Turner. This is a really good team, man. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like my chances, but let me go ahead and mess around with the rotation real quick and make it a 9-man. You guys know the deal by now. More minutes for the starters, not so much for the bench, as I did take Torian Prince out of it. So let's see if that's enough to make it out of this thing. It's gonna be really tough, that's for sure. But we did win game 1, that's good. Let's see, it is 1-1. 2-1 us. It is 3-1 us. Can we close this thing out? And we can. Wow, okay, that's a really good sign. So now we're moving on to the second round, and we're going up against the Orlando Magic. Let's take a look at the matchup real quick, as they got James Harden. That's where he ended up. Then they also got Josh Giddey, which is pretty interesting. Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. This is a scary team, man. It's going to be Franz Wagner versus Mo Wagner, the matchup everybody's waiting for. Let's get into this thing as we win game 1. That's good. It is 2-0 us. Bro, no shot. How did we just sweep this team? I don't understand 2K sim logic, but I guess I'll take it. We're moving on to the conference finals now, and we're going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Let's take a look at the matchup, as they got LaMelo Ball, Nick Smith Jr., Brandon Miller, Lauri Markkanen now, and also Jalen Duren. This is another team that I don't really like my chances, but we're doing pretty well so far. As we win game 1, that's good. It is 1-1. Let's see, 2-1 them, 3-1. Yeah, I already messed around with the rotation here. We did win that one. Can we force a game 7? Yes, we can. Let's go Simcast, boys. And if it is close, then we will jump into it. But let's go ahead and check this thing out. So it is back and forth. We did lose that first quarter just by a little bit, but we win the second quarter. That's nice. It's looking pretty good, boys. Please do not blow this thing, and we did exactly that. That's tough. So we had that game in the bag, but we got outscored 35-18 in the fourth quarter. That's so unfortunate. Anyways, let's go ahead and send the rest of these playoffs, and we lost to the eventual champs. So that makes me feel a little bit better, I guess, but I'm not gonna lie. It also makes me feel like we could have won a championship this year. It is what it is, man. LaMelo Ball, Finals MVP. Shout out to him. But that's gonna do it, man. Overall, I feel like this was a pretty good rebuild. We won a championship, and we made the conference finals in each of the other 2 years. That's not too bad. Now, this is an older team, so the championship window definitely is closing, but they still got Giannis 97 overall. They still got Dame 91, Chris Middleton 86, and a pretty decent supporting cast. It's not too bad. Again, I was kind of limited in things I could do because I didn't have any first round picks to mess around with, but overall I'm pretty happy with things. Anyways, man, that's gonna do it for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Again, I'm sorry I was MIA for like a whole week. I just been really busy with my full-time job, but I'm trying to find a better way to manage my time, so I really do appreciate y'all's patience. Anyways, man, this has been TKJ. Blessings.